Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Band of Barbers podcast. I'm your host, Devon Evans, and thank you for tuning in. Tonight's episode is episode number 69. We are just a few episodes away from 70, one episode away from 70, and we're pushing in quickly. We're almost at 100. Tonight, I wanted to give you guys an update of what's going on in the world of the Band of Barbers Academy and things of that nature. So as far as the location, yes, we are actually open. We are physically open. But as far as training students, we have not been able to open yet due to the the DPOR, which is the regulatory board for barbers and cosmetologists in the state of Virginia. Due to there being some delays in their reviews of things, we're still waiting, and it's very frustrating. It has been about a 8 month, maybe. I think 8 months. It's been about an 8 month process. With the holidays being here, we do not feel like we're gonna get. We do not feel like we're gonna get our license soon. Well, this year. More than likely, we'll get it sometime next month. Which we're hoping that if we get it sometime next month, we'll be able to start classes at that point. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. We don't know what's gonna come of that and or things like that. So we'll see. We'll see. But other than that, um, we've got the podcast, which we've been doing for a while now, and this is in support of. Sorry, guys. This is in support of the mission of the Band of Barbers system, which is our parent company. Everything is in support of of the the academy. Everything is in support of this. I do these podcasts not only to help you guys, but also to record some conversations that I may not be able to really give in the classroom. Um, some things that I maybe could assign them to listen to outside of class or something of that nature. So that's kind of what we're going for, and that's what's going on with that. Um, Podcast is pushing heavy along. I've been taking some extra trainings and stuff. Whew, sorry, sorry again, guys. I apologize. It's late. I got a late start on tonight's episode. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna keep pushing with the podcast and the daily podcast and doing all those sorts of things. It's going. It's great. We're moving forward and everything like that. And like I said, I took some advanced classes just to kind of hone my skills as I go into another phase of barbering. I want to be able I want to be able to um, really work at my best and really do things at my best and things of that nature. So I am still attending classes, still doing things of that nature. If we get pushed back anymore in mid January, I will continue to take classes um, while we wait. So that's that's that. So um, yeah, which one of the things I want to say, guys, about the the situation with the DPR, right, is although sometimes you don't see progress in certain situations, like progress doesn't always necessarily mean a movement forward. Progress may be cleaning up some stuff that was left, right? It may be cleaning up some stuff that was left behind that you didn't really get a chance to take care of, or it was done improperly, or things like that. That may be what progress actually is. And guess what? That's okay. Nothing is wrong with progress in that way. Okay? And there is nothing wrong with it. And you shouldn't feel like something is wrong because that is the way that you're progressing, more or less. Um, a lot of times we as human beings will skip a lot of steps and things that need to be done, and then we end up having to come back to them to fix them. So don't don't get it, mixed up. Don't get confused or anything like that. You're still making progress. You're still doing things, even though it may not be a forward motion. It may just be an up motion, right? You may just be elevating. You may be taking care of some of those things, like some of those personal side issues that you've never actually dealt with, right? We talk about it like improving your customer service, improving your communication. Those things don't seem like a forward moving step, but combined with what you're doing, it pushes you further forward, right? Combined with being behind the chair, that improvement will help you to move forward. But it may be a process. It may be some things that go on that have to happen, and things of that nature. So, guys, like, we're not, are we frustrated about the DPOR stuff? Yes. But are we happy about the preparation time that we get on the back end? Yes. We are so excited about the preparation time that we get, right? We get so much preparation time added to. Now we can look and we can prep and we can do different things. And I can go out and recruit. I can take a lot of call. I can do a lot of those things. I right now, my wife is my business partner, but she has her full-time gig. So a lot of things as far as the business is concerned really falls on me. So, I'm the janitor, I am the lead recruiter, I'm the lead instructor, I'm the principal. Like, I wear a ton of hats. I wear a ton of hats. And in wearing these hats, like, I really have to figure it out. I have to make it work. right? And so right now it's really just giving me time to really establish some things that weren't set in stone, and there wasn't policies in place that we had. And so now having this kind of sort of what I would call downtime, I get time to think about these policies, think about these procedures, think about these things that are going on. I get a chance to think about it, and that's so important. That's so important to really process that information. And you know, I and with it not, I won't say it that it doesn't count, but with it there not being such a demand on my time right now as far as actually being in the school, it allows me to do things without so much pressure, right? I don't have a lot of pressure on me in this scenario, in this situation. So it's a benefit, still frustrating, but it is a benefit. Um, so guys, really want you to think about what you've got going on in your lives, and think about it, and don't discredit your movement. Don't discredit your um don't discredit your progress uh in what you're doing. You're making progress, right? I tell you, a story, and one of the things that I really like to see in new barbers, even if they don't have the best skill set, what I really enjoy seeing is when a barber decides, or when a barber, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, when a barber is struggling with their technical skills, or things like that. In the beginning, a lot of times the barbers didn't see what the veteran barber saw. So because they didn't see it, they couldn't fix it, right? And then there's this weird phase where you see it and you don't understand how to fix it, right? So you go in and you go into the clipper guard shuffle. You're shuffling back and forth. Oh, maybe it's this card. Oh, maybe it's this card. Maybe it's this card. And for some people, you may get anxious, you may get frustrated, and you may shut down. But what really starts to happen, but that's still progress, right? Because you've gone from not being able to see it and doing nothing about it, to seeing it and struggling to fix it, or still not being able to do anything about it. But now at least that you recognize that it's there, right? So that's progress. But then you make a movement forward when you start to learn how to fix those mistakes. You hear what I'm saying? Like, you move forward when you learn how to fix it. But there's also progression in the seeing of the issue, right? There's some progress there, and that's a good thing. And I really, really enjoy seeing that. Enjoy seeing that, because once you identify that, I know you're on the right track. You just haven't figured it out yet. There's nothing wrong. You just haven't figured it out yet. And that's okay. That's okay. At least you care enough to try to understand what's wrong. All right? At least you care enough to understand what's wrong. But, you know, either way, guys, listen, I appreciate you all. Like I said, I just wanted to give you guys an update. I threw in a couple of words of encouragement there for you guys because I do. I believe. I believe in you guys, right? And I also want to show you that not every day is perfect. Not every day is perfect, right? So just want to tell you guys that thank you for tuning in. Keep progressing even if you don't see movement. Keep progressing even if you don't see movement, right? Understand that in for the people that don't necessarily really get it, let me explain it to you this way. When you're in school, I think an average school year is 180 days, right? Classroom time is 180 school days in a school year. Okay, now I want you to follow me. From day 100, from day 1 to 180, you're still in whatever grade you started in. So let's say you're in the first grade, right? And so from the first grade from day 1 of first grade to day 180 of first grade, you're still in the first grade. You don't make, even though you're making progress all throughout the year, you're still in the first grade. You don't move to the second grade officially until you go back to day 1. Keep that in mind. You don't move into the next level until you go back to day 1. Right? So don't be upset if it takes you 60 days to figure something out. If it takes you 30 days to figure it out. If it takes you 365 days to figure it out, don't be upset, because once you figure it out, then you're back at square one. And then you've got to do a whole nother process. Now, the learning curve would typically, as you learn and you develop and you build on fundamentals, typically those learning curves will get shorter and shorter and shorter. As you're starting, you don't have enough information, you don't have enough time, you don't have enough of these things to necessarily really understand what's going on. So it's going to take you longer to progress through in the beginning. But you'll go from, 30, 60, 90 days, a year of working through something, to then you'll be able to, with so much information, you'll be able to take something and develop it and grow it in a couple hours. It'll come with time, right? You'll learn a new style in a few hours, a few repetitions, not weeks, months, years. All right. So don't get lost looking for movement. Just keep progressing. Just keep stepping forward. But listen, you get from one side of the room to the other side of the room by putting one foot in front of the other. That's how it works. Okay? You guys take care. You guys have a good night. Appreciate you. We'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in.